We're actually, me and my wife are in charge of planning this upcoming family reunion. And before I even met you, I had an idea. So yes. Okay. Sorry.
So very
All right.
well.
Good.
Okay, what area is Ernest Coleman from in Alabama?
Ah,
It's okay.
Huntsville sticks out.
Okay. All right. Do you have a specific locality for
I might be
Tennessee?
incorrect for the sake of this being recorded, so my family didn't get mad with me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My
Um,
family's like that, bro.
it's okay. What area of Tennessee is your grandmother Rebecca from?
Nashville.
Okay. All right.
I was
So,
actually born in Nashville.
okay. All right. So, what I can do is, so I'm assuming Ernest's father's name is Ernest.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know his
Uh,
wife's name?
la, 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 la. Went by the name Lonnie.
Okay.
I actually saw her in my matches
Okay.
for ancestry.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Give me a second.
Okay.
All right. So you should be able to see my screen. I'm gonna go to Ancestry and then I'm gonna open Family Search. All right. So Family Search is the world's largest family history library. They're a nonprofit. So a lot of the records that I usually start with Family Search just because I like their algorithm a little bit better. It caters to surname variations. If things are spelled a little off or incorrectly in the documents, it'll still pick it up and consider its variation. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with just Ernest Coleman. Um, and then we're gonna go forward and try and see within this hour um, how much information we kind of uncover, and then use that to develop a more specific plan of action or any other necessary research that needs to take place that isn't necessarily online. So,
Yes, sir.
okay. All right, so we're going to type Ernest Coleman. I'm just going to hit search. All right, so once I do that, I'm going to narrow this down to Alabama. So let me ask you this. Do you know where Ernest and Rebecca meet up?
Do I know where they meet?
Mhm.
I believe in Tennessee. That's a fucking great question, sir. I believe in Tennessee.
Okay. All right. So,
Mm. I mean, they basically raised me. That's why I say it's a great question. I should know that.
oh, okay. No, you're fine. And his wife is,
Well, basically helped raise me along with moms, right? Just being PC here, sir.
okay, Rebecca Turner. All right. So Williamson, Tennessee.
Yes, Williamson, Tennessee.
Here's their marriage
Williams.
license.
Okay.
It's on the bottom left. It's a little cloudy, but this says Ernest Coleman and Rebecca Turner, May 21st, 1953.
That's correct.
Name and male applicant, Ernest Coleman. He's 20 years old, he's living at 1165 28th Avenue in Nashville. And
In
then
Nashville.
she's living in Nashville as well on Blount Street or Blount Street.
Okay.
Um, they have um, the name of parent for her, Mary Frances Turner, uh,
Correct.
206
Grandmother, my great
Lake.
grandmother.
So um, Mary Frances is Rebecca's mother. Okay,
And Edward Turner is her father,
got it.
my great grandfather.
All right. All right. So she's 17, he's 20. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know they're in, and I think Nashville is in Williamson County, if I'm not mistaken. Um, didn't really give her, I'm sorry, didn't really give his parents, but we know his parents because we know his parents. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so let me see. I'm gonna search for Ernest Coleman and Lonnie now.
Okay.
All right, Lonnie. I'm gonna narrow this down a bit. So we're going to go to Tennessee and then if they're still in Williamson.
Get her exact name too. So.
Let me take out Lonnie. Okay, so they weren't in Nashville for too long. They maybe went in a different county. Based off of the marriage license, he was 20 when he got married to her in 1953, so that's like 1933 approximate birth year. I'm just gonna put this.
1933 is my grandfather's birth year. 1933 and 1936. My grandmother.
So Ernest Coleman Jr. Okay, Davidson. Oh, Nashville is in Davidson, not Williamson. I don't know why.
Yes, Davidson County. That sounds right. I was trying to think of the name when you said that. I couldn't.
The map, because how far is? Let's see.
Young blood, you quick with it, boy.
Yeah.
And I have Lonnie's name. Hold on one second.
Okay, so it's 26 minutes outside of Nashville. That's where they got married. Okay. All right. So this census is in Nashville. Ernest Coleman Jr. He's the grandson of Celeste McGee, Oliver Frank and Celeste McGee.
You're bringing up names I have no recollection of now, sir.
Okay. So maybe a maternal grandparent.
You just said those are my grandfather's grandparents?
Correct.
Say the names one more time. It's hard for me to read.
He lived with them, Celeste McGee.
Celeste McGee.
Her husband, Oliver Frank McGee.
Yes, sir. Kind of remember something about McGee.
Likely his maternal grandparents, just from the surname change. Let's see, Oliver.
So the Coleman name came in with his mother, my grandfather's mother.
With his father. So it looks like when he was 7 years old, he was being raised by his maternal grandparents.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then they have other children in here too. Mildred, Ann, and Oliver Frank Jr. So, and this is in Nashville. Let's see, so this is the first census he would be enumerated on. So the question is, who? I mean, we know his father's name is Ernest, and Lonnie may be very well their daughter. I'm gonna search to see if someone died young.
Lonnie is his mother.
Right. But I'm gonna try and see if I can locate a death certificate to see if anybody died. Like, why would he be being raised by his grandparents?
Oh, understood. Yes, and I only know my grandfather to have one brother.
Okay, what was his name?
Willed. I guess it'd be Willie Ed. Called him Willed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Let me find that.
okay, nothing there. Interesting. Okay. So let me see if I can pull up this 1940 census on Ancestry. Okay, right there they are. Okay, so the 1940 census still has them living on Jefferson Street in Nashville. Oliver McGee's still the husband. Mildred Oliver, no additional children. There's a Social Security um, application for Oliver Frank McGee Jr. It says her maiden name is Elliott.
Mhm.
Um, so right now, I guess I'm trying to figure out who the mother is. Um,
Mhm. Hold on, I have that. Hold on, let me see.
let's see. I could just pull Ernest's Social Security though. So give me a sec.
Sure. Let's see, okay, three.
Yeah, 1940. He's living with. Um,
Oh, 8657.
so in
8657.
1950, Ernest is living with Lionel, his mother,
Yes,
and there's Willie E right here. Um, and Lionel,
Lionel. Okay. Lionel's last name is
she remarried to a guy named Tally.
Tally. Yes.
Okay. So, and here's her marriage license to Ernest Coleman in Madison County, Alabama. Okay.
Madison County. Mhm.
So here's Ernest Coleman Sr.
Is that Huntsville?
Madison
I
is,
said Madison County.
let's see.
Just want to make sure I'm right about.
Yeah, it's in the area.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's Huntsville. Okay.
Okay.
All right, very good. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they got married on New Year's Eve, December 1920. Sorry, 1932.
Mm.
About 1 year.
That's Lionel and Tally.
Correct. No, no, no. Lionel and Ernest. These are your
Oh,
three.
I'm sorry. Yes. Gotcha. I'm tripping. Who was Tally again?
That was her second husband.
Her before Ernest or after?
After. After.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, 10-4. All right.
Okay. Um, so her maiden name was Douglas.
Douglas.
I'm wondering about this McGee situation. Um, something to investigate.
What do
Um,
you mean by that again? It must have got by me.
so on the 1940 census, the first census that we find, your grandfather Ernest Coleman Jr. living in Nashville,
Yes.
um, he's living with his grandparents
Yes.
in the 19 who were McGee's, Oliver Frank McGee and Celeste Elliott.
Are you assuming that was his grandparents?
No, that's what the census stated, that was their grandson.
Okay, so you said who are the McGees? What am I missing?
So no, I was saying if Lionel's maiden name is Douglas,
Yes.
who
Okay.
whose
Yes.
parents is that? Is that Ernest's parents or is that Lionel's?
Understood. Understood.
I
I
was
got you.
expecting Lionel's maiden name to be McGee,
I understand.
but it's not. So I'm curious
Okay.
if Celeste Elliott is really Ernest's mother, but she remarried.
Hmm.
So uh,
Okay.
the what's it called? this marriage application says that Ernest Coleman Sr. was 22, Lionel was 19. He was 5'8", she was 5'8". He was 155 pounds, she was 130 pounds. They were both born in Alabama. They were Protestant, and there was no blood relation, thank goodness. So,
Oh man.
and so they're in Madison County. So now, prior to on the 1930 census, I'm really expecting to find them in in Madison County. So
Mhm.
seeing that there's a record linked here to Dallas, Madison County, um, Lonnie L. Douglas is the daughter of Alonzo and Lucinda Douglas. Here's a
Mm.
1930 census, 2 years prior to her marriage to Ernest Coleman. Here's Lonnie L. right here, daughter, 14 years old, living in
That,
Alabama.
that is my grandfather's mother.
Correct. This is, um,
Simple.
and then her siblings, Irene, Laura, Nelson, Janetta, Annie B,
Mm.
Earlene Johnson, and then a grandson, Thomas L. Johnson. I guess that's Earlene's son. And on the page before it, Alonzo H. Douglas, Lucinda, those are her parents. Rosetta's her sister. So,
Mm.
I know
What
Doug,
years? Oh, 1930. I'm sorry. Mhm.
fine. Yeah, 1930. So her parents are Alonzo and Lucinda. Alonzo's 47, she's 36, so they're both born in the 1880s, 1890s.
Mhm.
And this says that both of their parents were born in Alabama. He was a cotton farmer in Dallas, Alabama,
Cotton farmer. Is that a fancy term?
for picking cotton on the plantation. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah. They
Mm.
were renting their keep on the property of Thomas Lightfoot. Um,
Mm.
so another black farmer, um, also on a cotton farm. That's how I know, because this R right here means rent. Okay, and then
Mhm.
the O right here means own. So
Mhm.
that lets you
So
know
you're
that they were
saying this Lightfoot, it was another black man
Mhm.
who owned
No, who owned
his
the
own slave?
property? No, he owned the
Oh,
property that
okay.
they worked on. So they worked alongside Thomas Lightfoot on his property on a
Is
farm.
this like sharecropping?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Who owned the fucking who owned the land? You're saying this
Thomas
black,
Lightfoot did. Yeah,
okay, not a white man.
yeah, yeah.
Not a white man.
Not a white man. See
Simple.
the Negro right here in this column?
Where
NEG.
yes.
Yeah, Thomas Lightfoot
Oh, I
is.
see it now. I see it now. I didn't see yes, NEG, yes.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so given that
So they
information,
rented. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious about what is the origin of this Coleman name, though. Um,
Yes.
Alonzo, Alonzo dies in Nashville. Let's just follow this since it's right here. He's born July 4th, 1887. He's common laborer. He works for the WPA. It
Who's the
was
WPA?
the Work Project Administration during the Great Depression, just a way to revitalize the economy. Roosevelt
Mm.
policy.
You
Um,
say that, let me ask you, I mean that something noble
um,
or
yeah, I mean, I think it was just,
made a living at that time?
yeah, I mean, it was a common, place to find work. It was an agency
Simple,
that rehabilitated
simple,
the economy. And
simple. I
yeah,
read your voice wrong. Mhm.
okay. All right. So his father's name is Nelson Douglas, born in Huntsville. His mother's
Douglas.
name
Mhm.
is Sarah Harris. So Nelson and Sarah Harris. Okay. And he's buried in Huntsville. They don't list the cemetery. Maybe it's rural. He dies from hypertension. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. And so let's see. There's some earlier censuses for him. 1900. He's living with his parents in Meridianville in Madison. Let's get a some.
And just young blood, just help me now every now and then, because you go deep fast, and I love you for that. Who is this again?
This is Lionel's grandparents now.
Got you. 10-4. We together. Okay. Let me ask you a question too, young blood. When you this also kind of, but when you're sharing your screen like that, and I have no recollection of, is there still a video of me on your end?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's see something. So this is the 1900 census. It's one of the only censuses. 1900-1910 list the birth month and year of every person listed on the census. So here's Alonzo living with his parents, Nelson and Sarah. Douglas, Sarah's maiden name is Harris. She has had 11 children, 8 have survived, which means that she lost or miscarried 3 kids. And Nelson is born March 1854, which means he was born into slavery. And we can't assume that, but I'm going to go to the 1870 census. If they're not on the 1860, we can assume that they were enslaved. And then Sarah was born 1862, and also in Alabama. Both of them say their parents are born in Alabama. They're farmers. Let's say what kind of farm they are renting.
Young blood, these children, they would be considered what to me?
So Alonzo's siblings would be considered your great aunts and uncles.
Yes, sir.
So Nelson was born March 1854. Sarah's born June 1862. They've been married for 18 years. So I would expect to see them on the first census, 1910. And then before that, I would expect to see them in their own independent households. Like Nelson would be with his parents, potentially. On the 1870 census, he should be with his parents. He's 16. He could have been outside of the house, but in most cases, yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this shifts gears, but I think this may plug into your curiosity. I think I have a more direct question as well now.
Okay.
Where did the fucking Coleman name come from?
Right. Okay. So let's hop back.
Yeah. What the name I carry? Where does that shit come from?
Right. Okay. So let's see if we can locate a death certificate for Ernest Coleman Sr. That's where we're gonna get that answer.
Right. Yes, sir.
So let's go there. Coleman.
I believe what the story I remember is he died of gangrene from a bullet wound, a previous bullet wound in a card game. Okay. It'd be interesting to see if that's factual.
So let's check this out. Ernest Coleman, Kilby prisoner, arrested in Negro's death. More than 3 years of freedom had ended today for Ernest Coleman, escaped Negro convict from Kilby prison. He was held at the city jail following the death of another Negro, Arthur Wade, who died from leg injuries received by.
Oh no, that's what happened. He shot somebody. Wait a minute, young blood. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay, so he shot someone. Okay, please let's just go back real quick. Go back to the top real quick. I had no idea that, because obviously this prisoner arrested Negro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm with you.
I mean, this is just one piece of evidence, so we have to compare things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So more than 3 years of freedom had ended today for Ernest Coleman, escaped Negro convict from Kilby prison. He was held at the city jail following the death of another Negro, Arthur Wade, who died from leg injuries received by a shotgun load while the two were fighting Saturday afternoon. We have about 10 minutes left on this thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
who died from leg injuries received by a shotgun load while the two were fighting Saturday afternoon south of Merrimack. Wade's right leg was shot so badly that amputation was necessary Monday. He died at the Huntsville Hospital Tuesday night. The entire load from one 12-gauge shotgun shell landed in Wade's leg. Coleman received lacerations on one of his arms during the fracas. Kilby prison authorities were to come here today to transfer Coleman to the state penitentiary. He was sentenced to prison on 2 charges of forgery in 1934 and escaped after serving only more than a year. Prison officials had no trace of him until he was arrested in connection with the affray with Wade. Coleman has been employed here the past 2 or 3 years. So that's where he ended up. Now, if you wanted to get more details about the case itself, that
Yes.
would be, you know, at the Madison County courthouse. I could look and see what's available online, though. I mean, we can pull up the criminal docket.
And for clarity, I saw it said escaped. Did that say escaped prison or they got him? Like, what am I seeing? Because the last one says, working for 2 or 3 years. Where's the escaped part coming from? That's what I'm.
It says and escaped after serving only more than a year. So Coleman escaped from prison.
Really? I'll be damned. Okay. So that's it. Yes, sir.
Let me see.
I need to run out of time. I really appreciate this, man.
No, it's fine. I mean, we can do another session. I can see another link.
Please.
I was just saying on this thing right here, 'cause I don't pay for Zoom unless
cool.
it's my CAU thing. But okay. Court records. Let's see. Case files. That's 1939. Yeah. So hold on. That's law and equity. Their chancery case files stop in 1917 online. So let me see something real quick. Chancery.
Boy, this explains a lot about me, sir. Yeah.
And that's probably why
when
he
I was
went to
20,
go live
when I was
with his
when I was
grandparents.
26. I'm sorry.
That's probably why Ernest Jr. went to go live with his grandparents.
Yes, that makes sense. Man, when I was 26, man, I got convicted federally. First time ever being arrested of a crime I didn't fucking commit, and spent 30 months in the federal penitentiary. And 13 of those 30 months was in solitary confinement. Came out and found my calling. This piece right here. I know it's just a smidget or a snip, but man, it explains a lot.
Wow. So this is his convict record. The crime was murder, 2nd degree. The sentence began March 12th, 1942. The term was for 50 years. And basically said he was 28.
Who is Charlie Coleman? Ex-convict Charlie Coleman.
Yeah. It appears that he may have been going by an alias. So let's see. Remark sentenced this case 8/31/39 to begin at the expiration of case. Now, seeing as Charlie Coleman, they have the case number in the book and stuff like that. So there's definitely something to be, noted here for sure. It says he was paroled pending good behavior, 8/19/1943. Kilby, that's where he was. December 19th, 1950. Received.
What happened December 19th, Youngblood?
He was, I don't know what DEL stands for. I think that's delivered.
Youngblood, that's the date I went to fucking prison, Youngblood. December 19th, 2000. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
He was delivered to the Kilby Penitentiary.
On that date.
On that date. That's the day he arrived.
Damn, that's the day that I got fucking arrested.
That's crazy.
That is fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Like 100 years, no, not even 150 years later. Um,
Man.
okay. So yeah, that's that on that.
Yeah.
We could like I said, if you want to see
But the Charlie is, yes, please, if we can.
if you want to see like the testimonies and the the stenographer's notes and all that stuff, that would be at the courthouse.
Man, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, definitely some pretty convicting information. Um,
And I see, we went into my grandparents and then it went into my grandfather, I guess because we're talking about the name Coleman.
right, right. Um, I'm really not even sure how the McGee's are connected. Um, but it's something we could definitely explore.
Okay.
I'm not sure when this man dies. This there was an article that said something about him dying um, in like 1990.
Okay. And in tracing this Coleman name back, we did not come across when it changed from to Coleman, right?
Right. We didn't locate when that really happened. But I mean, we haven't really done a full assessment of everything that exists out there either. I'm gonna look at this World War II draft card and see something real quick. Okay, let's see something real quick. There's a Ernest Coleman, Huntsville, 32 December 29, 1910, Huntsville, Alabama, Della Coleman, living in Huntsville. Is this the same man? Let me see. 5'7", 156 pounds, ruddy complexion, black hair, brown eyes, small scar on left hand, um, bone on a finger. Okay, so I need more information. Like, I would really like to locate a death certificate for him. Do you remember a Neoma Coleman?
No.
Do you remember meeting this man?
No, I never met
Great
no,
grandfather.
no.
I'm curious if that's just another Ernest Coleman. Let me look at the Alabama deaths collection and see if there's a death certificate for him there.
I don't know if it helps, but my grandfather, I mentioned it before, though, was in the Navy.
Mhm.
That wouldn't help with his father.
Mm.
But again, I did have the knowledge of a card game, someone shot, so that's him. Based upon
Mhm.
I had it twisted about him being, but it makes sense. I had it twisted. I do remember he shot someone who then died of gangrene,
Okay.
and he was charged. So that's the Ernest Coleman charged is my great grandfather, senior.
Sylvia is in Montgomery. So let me see something. Let me look over here. Hmm. That's a conundrum, but we'll look at that. We'll have to look at that a little bit further. And also, you've already taken a DNA test as well. So if you give me access to your DNA, I could pretty much find the Colemans in your DNA. But
Okay.
I really want to figure out, if Oliver McGee and Celeste Elliott are his parents and why he took the Coleman name. If those are really his
Hmm.
parents.
Could be a situation. I have two sons, just turned 30 and just turned 18. But my oldest son has his.
Before you say that, this call is about to end, so I'm going to send you another link and we'll hop back on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stop recording and then.
All right.